Hi guys, this is Wispa again, bringing you another chapter of Middle-earth tabletop roleplay with Zellie and Darklee. This is entitled Chapter 3. A lot of people have been listening to the... Oh, it's Chapter 2, that's right Zellie, it's Chapter 2, I keep forgetting. This is our third installment, so that's right, third installment, but it's Chapter 2, and it's in company of a fellowship. I have difficulty trying to say that one, won't I? In the company of a fellowship. Last time we left the adventurers, they have just arrived along the riverbank in a very remote part of Middle-earth, somewhere between the Troll Shores and the Misty Mountains, in the fork of the river. Lee had found a cider farm and decided to spend the night getting politically drunk. I wouldn't say completely drunk, because he only had 2 sips and then he was out, wasn't he? So then he's trying to keep control of everything that's going on. The skipper has delivered off the 2 terracotta pots of lantern oil, and the last thing she remembers, or the last thing she was doing, what she was trying to explain to Lee, was the sudden disappearance of Arwen, who, while during the night staring at the stars, had some kind of premonition or some kind of vision or something along those lines, some farsightedness of a situation that had gone terribly wrong, and Arwen needed to go and save the day, so she took the grey horse and headed off out across the open moors and across the downs, we're now called the South Downs, and just south of the Troll Shores, heading west. The explicit instructions to the players to still make for Rivendell and the House of Elrond. Right, guys.
I wasn't sure what's going on.
Hey?
I was like, the silence.
Oh, yeah, I've just marked on the map there for you guys which way is Rivendell. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
Just off to the side
there.
there.
Yeah, very long period of silence there.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yes, this river is called the West River and East River. The East River belongs to Elrond. It's called Elrond's River, and it runs past Rivendell. It's a long journey, probably take you the best part of maybe a day to get to Rivendell, but there's certainly opportunity for you to explore on your own some of the ruins, and there's a few caves, and there's a few open woodlands, some hills, some towers, and various things like that for you to be able to explore and take in the scenery. It's coming up to around just after dawn. Arwen is now probably long gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
And you were last talking about what to do with the cider.
No, it was in my bag.
I thought Lee was going to sell it. Were you thinking of selling it or something like that? Yeah. I said it's only really good for anyone. It's only good for one day.
Oh, but I want to drink more.
Then after that, it.
Oh, I should know.
It turns into vinegar after one day, so it really goes rancid. But that's not to say that vinegar isn't useful.
After what?
Exactly. We can pickle things.
Yeah. No, yeah, but after what you had told me from my story and that, like what happened during the night, I'd decided that it's probably best to sell it to make some money back.
We can do that too.
For Lee to make some money back. Yeah.
Oh, just generally make money back, yeah.
Okay, you're in this small town. It's still fairly quiet. A lot of the places are still locked up. This is not like Tharbad. Tharbad opens up like pretty much 10-15 minutes after dawn, after sunrise. Places in the country or out in the rural landscape, they tend not really to spring to life until about lunchtime.
Well, that's a good thing we came what is it? What time is it now, roughly, then?
It's about dawn. It's just about after dawn. The skipper has moved up. He's been moved up for about 30-40 minutes now. Zellie has explained to you what happened with Arwen, and Arwen has took off with the horse. Barge skipper has dropped off his lantern oil. He's just dropped it off, and there's only one other person there. There's a guy who's been waiting there for probably since midnight. He's not even going to take the lantern oil to this particular village. He needs to take it further, but it has to be taken further by cart, and it's going to be heading west along to the next village.
Right.
So he's there basically just to rendezvous with the barge skipper, to pick up his lantern oil, and then that's it. He's just going to take his lantern oil and he's going to take it back to where it needs to be used at, where it's got to go. This small little town village, it's got a small shrine, kind of like a nature shrine, a wooden thing. It's got a small churchyard, so to speak, kind of thing. It's like some kind of like cairns. It's like piles of stones on top of each other, resemble some kind of makeshift graveyard. And there's a couple of farmsteads, but they look as if they've seen better days. In amongst all this, there's wild sheep and there's wild goats just roaming around the place, eating whatever they can eat.
Right. I want to ask Estelle what she wants to do.
Well,
there's nothing here pretty much. There is a blacksmith, but the blacksmith is nothing compared to what it's like in Tharbad. It's one anvil, and it's there just to do very minor repairs. It's not there to make armor or swords or anything like that. It's just to shoe horses and to do small things like locks and gates and chains and stuff like that. Very, very basic stuff. It looks as if it hasn't been used in a while, and there's nobody around. There's no sign of life.
yeah, I would have said we could have done a bit of selling or shopping or whatever, but since the time we came, might as well try to travel as fast as we can.
So what, do you want to start heading up out of the town? Little village, I suppose.
It's a small little hamlet kind of thing.
Village, not a town.
It's not really a village, not really a town. It's just a small little house.
So a few rural houses, not a lot.
A few little houses grouped together in the fork of the river, and it's just there literally as a place. If you can see, these dotted lines are kind of like trackways, and just the convenience of having a fork in the river, these couple of little housesteads have kind of built up around that. That's it. It's not a substantial town. It's not a massive village. It's a small little hamlet kind of thing, just like a trading place where the barge people pull up, drop off their goods, and if they need to go any further, then they have to be taken on foot.
Right, okay.
All that's pretty much north of here is sawmills and farmsteads and things like that. You really, really are in the open wilderness here. The terrain is very moor-like, moorish. You know what I mean? Like very bracken, heather kind of thing. Very open, flat. There is some wooded areas, forest areas, but most of it is very open and very, very flat.
See, I still think we need to start either selling that beer that obviously Estelle has told me that I had 2 swigs of it, it knocked me out, but I've woken up with no hangover. I feel great this morning.
Yes, there's no hangover. The good thing about the cider was the way it's actually fermented and the spices that's mixed with and a couple of other bits and pieces that I put in some potash and a bit some volcanic rock and a few crystal salts, is that it does not give... it tastes absolutely vile, but it doesn't give you any kind of headache or hangover, and the reason they use it is for medicinal purposes. Clearing sore throats, and curing sore throats and things like that, chesty coughs and stuff like that, yeah.
Maybe when you get a cold I can use it.
It's probably rancid by then.
Yeah, I'm quite good with keeping out of the weather and all that, you know. My lineage, I for some reason I beat in my chest then.
Okay.
I'm a beast of a man.
Yeah.
That's a tapping your chest. Ha!
I want to go. Is there anyone around that we can talk to?
Really, there's the guy who's picked up the lantern oil.
Okay. Can I go and chat to him and ask him where the nearest town is? Because I want to know where I can get some stuff.
Generally, by looking at the map, there's nothing around. There's nothing in the way of town. The only real substantial place of habitation is Rivendell.
Right. Okay.
And way to the west, I mean, when we say way to the west, it's a couple of 100 kilometers. Is 300-400 kilometers or so is Bree.
Right.
Between you and Bree is a certain area called the Troll Shores and a fortified a stone fortification called Weathertop.
Right. Okay.
Well, I can propose 2 things. Theo. We
Get
either
on with it.
stick with Oi. We either stick with the plan and head straight to Rivendell, which shouldn't take too long, but still trek away, and do that,
It's
and
not.
then
It's
do what we're
yeah.
supposed to do there. Or, considering something probably is going on that I'm aware of, Arwen leaving
Mhm.
to there, which is towards the Shire, towards Bree, all those places, we could head to Bree
Yeah. You
to
could.
help them.
You could. Well, you don't know who they are, but you could head to Bree. Bree is it's quite a distance, and say between Bree there is the area called the Troll Shores, the South Downs, and a stone fortification called Weathertop. And then you will come into the Bree kind of parish. And so that one's way to the west, towards the northeast, just off the end of the map here. It's literally just off the end of the map by an inch or so. Is Rivendell. There's not much in between.
I
It's mostly
think.
open,
Just
flat
I have
woodland.
at the
There are some caves and things like that, ruins and whatnot,
yeah.
things, but there's not a lot in between really. You've never really ventured this far before. It's all completely new to you.
Yeah. Um.
Just because I have the suspicion and bad feeling about the whole situation as well. I
Well, you
mean,
see, I don't like the
Erwin
idea
could
of.
be marching to her death. We don't know.
She could be, but she kind of was very
You
insistent that
said
she was
go
going to
to
help somebody
Rivendell.
else.
Yeah. You told me she said go to
She
Rivendell, and
said
now
go
you
to
want to
Rivendell,
do something
Yeah, we
else.
could
and you have to tell
stick
Elrond.
with.
Tell
The plan
Elrond.
was to go to Rivendell, and now we're not going to Rivendell. It's like, well,
No,
hang on.
I'm just saying that that is a possibility. We can still go to
Okay.
Rivendell and then head to Bree.
Look, Rivendell can buy stuff, and they can try to compensate my loss, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
plus,
they
we'll
can
be
help me get my
warning
stuff, considering
Erwin's
they said that's where they're
father.
going.
Yeah,
I don't care
Elrond.
about that. I don't know who
So
he is. I don't care. I want my stuff.
he's kind of
Looking
well
there by the
known
wine.
of the. Let me educate you on elf history.
This would be good.
Women, we haven't got time for
I
that.
educate him on elf history and why he's an important man and why she's an important woman.
Oh well, then come on then.
My character will
This will be
only
fun.
listen to a bit of it.
Okay, you only understand a bit of it, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Well,
so
I say in basic terms,
Arwen
he is a
yeah.
big man for
He's the
elf
leader of
people.
the elves. He also assisted in the war against Sauron, the battle against
He's
Sauron,
probably
and
lived
leader of the
much
elves.
longer than you. He is very important
I'd
man
say.
to
He's an
elf.
elf. He's lived a
To
little bit
elf.
longer than what? Than Lee?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm talking to his level
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Okay.
at this point because I can tell he's starting to roll his eyes and only listen half of it. So,
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to Rivendell, or do you want to do something different? Because, like I said, Rivendell
Look,
is warm, it's
no, we can still
secure
go
and
to
safe.
Rivendell.
Oh, okay, right, okay. So,
Because then we could have backup from the whole Rivendell people if they were to give
yeah, so
it.
Rivendell is like a small. Well, when you get there and you find out what if you do get there and find out
Plus,
Rivendell is like
considering Black
Rivendell is like
Riders
a
are
small
going to
fortress.
the Shire.
Yes, the Black Riders, the Dark Riders have headed. They were on the north-south road through Tharbad, as you were told by Arwen. Elrond does not know anything about the Dark Riders. Arwen knows about them. The old man what you refer to as Gandalf, he knows about them. And Aragorn doesn't seem to know about them.
right, okay. Well, you know what? Because you've told me he's quite a big guy, this elf.
Leaf. Elrond Goldleaf. Okay. Okay,
This
Leaf.
elf guy, he's quite big. Maybe he'll give us a reward for the knowledge that we've passed to him.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking at
Elves
the
have been
moment.
known
Maybe I
to
can
make
get
some very nice pieces of like clothing
trinkets.
and weapons.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe I
yeah.
can get something. Maybe I can even persuade Estelle to
something
sell
better.
the 1.5 pints of ale.
Ale / something
Or
that
if
might
it goes
go
into
south.
something else, they might. Well, if it goes into something else, they might use it.
Yes, vinegar is a very good preservative.
Yeah.
I say we head up to the river place you were talking about. Yeah, that one.
Rivendell.
It's,
Rivendell, Theo.
yeah.
Okay, miss. Ugh.
You're not very good with names, are you?
Look,
Rivendell. The
one
common
too
name
many
is
horses threw me off. Okay.
yeah. The common name,
Oh,
the western name is the common name is Rivendell. The elves call it Imladris.
I doubt I can. I doubt I can heal such a thing. I'm so sorry for your loss.
But yes, Rivendell is equivalent of a small fortress, except it's done elegantly, like a stately home, stately manner. But that's be under no disillusion about how well protected it is.
We're going north.
Estelle, do you know the way there? Have you been there before?
We can still try and trek and follow the road and the river and go up there.
The river leads directly to Rivendell, hence the name.
Okay.
Hence the name.
Hence the name.
So just follow the river.
And then, so I want to look around this little grotto, and I want to do a like a search for anything useful that I might be able to use.
Perception.
That's it.
Perception. Okay. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
What are you trying to look for?
You see several
I can
stone
look for it
cairns,
too.
which is like a graveyard of some sort. There's some shrines. There's some like corn dollies, a scarecrow. There's a couple of tool sheds, disused blacksmith, and there is several haystacks and one or two little houses.
Disused blacksmith.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Did you
It
say?
looks as if
A
it's been
disused.
disused because the fire looks as if like the fire itself has not been used. Some of the tools look as if they've been. I mean, they've been hung up when they were last used, but they're very rusty. They're still usable.
Right, okay.
Still usable, but it doesn't as if it sees an awful lot of action. Like I say, all it gets used for is repairing things like chains and shoeing horses and things like that, or maybe fixing things like scythes and plows and stuff like that, farming stuff. It certainly doesn't get used as it would do in Tharbad
Okay.
for weapons and armor and stuff like that.
I want to ask if there's any like caves or anything unusual that we can check out on the way up. If there's anyone there, I want to ask them if there's anything
ruins
they reckon we could keep an eye out for.
Along the riverbank. You gonna ask who you asking, the skipper or?
I want to ask the lantern oil guy.
Yep.
The one who's collected the lantern oil or
Yep.
oil, where he's heading, and what did he need the oil for? Because I point out that's quite a lot of awful big chunks of oil there.
yeah, it's a year's supply.
Year supply.
Year's supply, yeah.
What do you? Where do you need it for?
There's a mine. There's a mine to the north, like way to the north, and they need it to keep the mine lamps lit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
See, good to ask around there, Estelle. We've never known there was a mine up north.
There's a mine. It's way to the north. And yes, but that's by year's supply. Goods that come up here, they're usually quite large, and they usually come up once in a while. And in the winter, they won't even come up at all.
Oh, right, okay. How so? North? Which way's north on the map? Is it going up this way of the
Yes,
river?
yes.
Okay, so the mine's probably over here somewhere, is it?
Yes, straight up there, yes.
So it's probably too far for us to travel.
Yeah, there's a chain of mountains, just literally north of the map. There is a chain of mountains east to west.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, Estelle, shall we head off then? If there's nothing around here I can see that we need.
Yeah, well, it's no use in dilly-dallying.
You were
here.
asking if there was anything of interest, or caves or whatever.
Yeah. Ask him as well. See if there's anything on this river.
Well, they know there's loads of caves towards the north or anything like that, but there is several ruins of interest. You notice they all tend to be
Near the river.
near the river, and you can see if
Oh,
you
there's a
actually,
little dot here.
yeah, they are small caves. If you notice them, they all tend to be evenly spread apart. You see how I'm drawing them?
Okay. My
you see
map
them?
completely has no movement or nothing.
But yeah, oh, is it white again? Is it?
No, it just there's no. It's got an old picture there of the arrow, but no drawing. No, the hands aren't moving. Nothing. So yay for that. So
So you
when
see
my
the-
internet went down, it must have crashed it out.
Right.
So
So you
I will
can,
rejoin. So don't worry.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
you. Okay.
are you going to rejoin? Okay, he's still here. He's still in game. You just can't see the
Yeah.
board.
Well, I'm still here, so don't
So
worry.
yes, Zelly, you can see that these ruins. Can you see them?
I'm circling others as well.
Oh, you're circling them all. Well, them ones, yeah, they kind of they belong to somebody else. But these ones on this side, if you notice, they're all evenly spaced apart.
Mhm.
Yes, they are what we call like Western Front. If you imagine Western Front fortresses,
Mhm.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Signal stations, staging posts, forts. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what they are. They're all in ruin now because they predate the Second Age, and they used to mark the western um, border, the western border of Rivendell.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this, if you can imagine, like this here was the western border of Rivendell.
Okay.
Okay.
Ouch.
Of course, my character wouldn't know that, right?
No, you don't know these fortresses are, these ruins are here, but you're asking the skipper what
Oh yeah.
if objects of interest in the area, and he says yes, there is a chain or there is some signal stations, forts, stroke fortresses that are evenly spaced along the river, and they were used to be manned by the elves that used to monitor traffic moving up and down the river, and that what they do is they would signal, basically. So, if, for example, if there was an invading fleet coming here, they will pass the signal on using a bonfire, pass the signal on to there,
Right.
yeah, pass the
Right.
signal on to that one, pass the signal on to that one, pass the signal on to that one, eventually onto Rivendell.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically if they saw any invasioning army coming up the river, Rivendell would know about it within a day's advance.
Let's light it.
It's not there no more.
No.
It's like they are literally ruins. They are. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Okay. See, why can't we get Estelle to flirt with the guy to get my money back? Estelle, do some flirting stuff. Go and see if you can get a copper, a silver
copper?
from him again. A silver, because I paid 2 silver. Go and see if you can get a silver from him.
He's ready to head back downstream.
I know, go and flirt quickly.
No.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have to start heading out then. We've got hardly any money. We've got no way of travelling there except
Okay, you
by
passed
foot.
the, you basically passed
Well,
that one
let's
on.
follow the right river.
You passed this one on the way in, and as he's describing it, you kind of remember, oh yeah, this was some kind of circular stone tower. The top of it was missing, and it was just a pile of rubbles. It looks like it's been there for centuries. It's covered in
Yep.
moss. Some of the earthworks around it are still overgrown now and all like covered in nettles and brambles and stuff like that, and it's just the home to sheep.
So, shall we go that way, Estelle, and then go that way across?
I was just assuming we just go like
You
that.
just wanted to go like that?
No, like this.
Just go straight up. Okay.
Just follow the river.
Follow the river.
Follow the river.
Okay,
This
so
way.
Okay.
This
That's
little
where
path
Estelle
right
wants to
here.
go. She says, come on, this way. I go, okay.
okay, right. So it's
I can move stuff.
the sun's
Move.
coming up. Yes, the sun's come up now, and you are heading out of the small little like staging area, this small little drop off point, following Elrond's River northeast towards Rivendell.
There's something here when we get to here. Like, let's do like a doodle transition.
What?
Traveling
Even time, the bus just
transition.
walking.
To
Well, no,
transition.
no,
Okay,
from here. No, before we get anywhere near that, I want her to be back here.
Oh,
But I want to talk to her.
Okay, right.
Okay.
You set along the riverbank. You follow the river. The usual thing, antics of happening in the river. You can see that this river is very shallow. It's very pebbly, very stony, but the water is amazingly clear.
No
So
fishies inside?
you do see some fishies. Um,
What kind of fishies?
what kind of
Dinner
fishies?
fishy, that's why.
Yes,
Would I know the
you see
fishy?
lots of little ones, like little sardine things.
Sardines.
Sardines. Oh, do we have a net? I
Sardinis.
don't think I have a net.
No, you
No.
haven't got a net. No.
Did
My
your
net.
did your
Yeah.
carriage have
Yeah,
one?
I think it did.
Oh wow, what did you not have in
Oh,
that caravan thingy?
Okay, our
I had
two
loads of stuff.
adventurers are talking amongst themselves saying what he had on his caravan, and Lee's trying to remember everything that was on the caravan, hoping it's still there as you're walking along the riverbank.
I want to ask her what her deal is. What's her deal? Why are you doing this?
Deal?
Yeah,
Deal?
like, what's her deal?
Oh, deal. Okay.
Deal. Yeah, sorry, I might have mumbled a bit there.
What's
I
your
tried
deal?
to
Why are you doing
pull
this?
Like
out too much.
why am
Why are you doing this? Why are you helping out this Arwen? Remembered. You were working
I
in a bar, like not. You've just up and left your work employment to do this 2 days travel.
no matter how good that place is, you do realize that place is not as great as it. Well, you should know by now that it's not the greatest of places to be, especially
I
if you're
know
trying to look
when I
for
was there.
to make money or at least have a decent wage.
So is that what you're
Uh,
interested in? Money?
it's
Are you
not
just
just
in money?
money. You know,
Okay.
it's just, you know, it's good to get out once in a while.
Yeah, there's getting out, and then there's being involved in some real bad stuff here. You
I
sure you
guess
don't want to
call
just
it.
head
I
over?
gue- mm, I guess call it a elfin heritage intuition.
Okay.
Or something of that nature.
Uh,
You know.
okay. Will we get to the point where
I'm
we
gonna
can
say,
see
okay, yeah,
humans?
you'll be walking along the riverbank and you're literally just talking passing the time kind of thing. Totally uneventful. You don't see anybody. You don't see anything for ages. You do get this small little cave area, and opposite it is another
No.
one of those ruined kind of towers, totally empty, totally derelict. This one seems to have gone through worse winters, and because it is just a pile of rubble, it doesn't even resemble a tower. It's just a remember the first
So
three
you said
feet of
there's
it.
a
Yeah, there's a
cave
Is there a
here.
small
little
cave.
pathway here?
There is a small pathway there. You're not really noticed that there's a small little bridge.
Should we? Can we like go and investigate the tower?
It okay, yeah, but before you cross over the river, there is a small little cave there. But quick exploration shows you that it caved in a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Yes, a small cave there. It caved in a very long time ago. Um, it looks like it was a part of a mining system. Um, Lee, you're
I want. While standing in front of that cave, then I want to do a perception test to see if I
okay.
can see anything around. If it looks like a mining cave, that means I must have identified it to have some sort of properties around it that might be
Yes, it's
left.
got a couple of railway tracks leading into it.
Oh, okay. Duh, that
There's a
gives it away.
minecart, a very broken minecart, derailed, toppled over onto one side, and it looks like there's been some copper being mined here.
Can I search for any loose copper or
Yeah, sure.
loose
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
items?
Yeah, sure.
Do I have to roll?
You do. You have to roll.
So, do you want to roll?
Do you want to roll? No, you roll and go.
I'll roll after you then. Because this is perception, right?
31.
Do you want me
Um,
to also roll
Yeah,
and
you can look
perceive
around. You
it?
can see if there's any pieces of copper or anything like that. It would be copper ore.
63.
63. Zelly, you find a small nugget
Plus 17, I guess.
Yes, you find a small nugget of unsmelted copper ore.
Ooh.
It's kind of green. It's if melted down and refined, you might get 2 copper pieces out of it.
Ooh. I'll write
Oh.
that down for me.
It's basically a dirty
Dirty
piece
rock.
of
Copper
copper brick. Yeah. There's
You
not
know,
much else about it. There's
the
a lot
elves
of
and
shingle. There's a
river thing
lot.
might
There's
be
a
able to
lot
do
of
something.
shingle, a lot of slate, a lot of like gravel. Like I said, there was a minecart there. Its wheels have been rusted.
Did you say there's flint?
No, there's no flint. There's a lot of
Oh.
shale. There's
So
a
a
lot of
copper
slate.
rock I will write
It's a
down.
copper. It's a small little. It's a small piece of copper. Probably maybe about 4 or 5 grams.
Is there anything there that I can identify as in that would help make a spark? Like, is
The
there
steel.
Well, like flint and stuff.
Yeah, like flint and steel.
Yeah, the steel is the steel railway tracks.
Oh,
If you want to break them, I won't judge. Ah. Please tell me I haven't.
Well,
right.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry,
Everything
No.
went quiet. I was worried
No,
I got
actually,
kicked out or something.
no.
I was being talked to. Someone had to go
I
out
thought
somewhere,
so.
and I was telling them to take Merlin.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There's railway tracks, yes. There's various rocks around. There's a lot of, like I say, slate and a lot of
Yeah,
gravel.
but I don't think slate helps sparks, though,
It
does
doesn't.
it?
You'd use flint and steel, and you could probably, if you found a piece of flint, bang it on the railway tracks, and you will get some sparks.
Is there any broken steel there?
Broken steel.
Yeah, like a little bit of it, like chipped off, or
Yeah, there's some
enough that I can hold in
well,
one
yeah,
hand.
there's
Like a little.
looking around, you can see that there is some bolts rusted.
Basically, I want something to start a fire later on.
No, you're looking around very, very like with full intention of knowing exactly what you want. You haven't exactly got a flint and steel set, but you see that there is a bolt with some screw threads on it, and you know that if you can find a piece of flint, you'll be able to scrape it up and down the screw thread, and you'll be able to create some sparks.
That's
And
cool.
remember,
It's incredibly rusted mine, so it's not exactly like it'll be as a negative bonus. So you'll
No,
be able
that'd
to
be
use
fine.
and
it.
please remember that I do have 3 torches, 1 fire starting bow, and 10 pegs and stakes.
Look, you could have told me this before I started searching on my hands and knees. But if you have torches and that, how do you set them up? How do you start light them?
A fireball.
Well, we could just grab wood, a bit of wood, and then use the fire starting bow on the wood,
Okay.
and then just make a wood camp like that.
Fine. I'll
If
let
we
you off
do.
on that then.
You would start a campfire and then use the campfire to light torches. You wouldn't be able to start the
Yeah.
torches directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to take the
Yeah, it's a small little.
rusty screw bit.
As you're leaving the area, kind of leaving the area, you just look back and you think, yeah, it wasn't really a cave to begin with. What it was some kind of open cast, quarry kind of thing, a small quarry.
Just
Very
like
small
a
scale.
small deposit, maybe they had.
Yeah, it's just thought it was a small, some single man's kind of attempt at trying to do some mining, and it's a small little quarry area. That's all it is. It didn't actually turn out to be a cave, but it did have cave-like features.
I ended up writing screw fix. An idiot.
Okay.
I just took a couple of screws that I found on the floor then.
Yeah, there's a couple of like these are quite big. They're like 6 inches long, about 1 inch thick, and they've got screw threads from top to bottom.
That's cool.
Okay.
Oh, this is something, isn't it?
Yeah, they're rusted. Obviously, they're rusted. So, but
Actually,
if you find a piece of flint, you will be able to scrape it up and down, or like smash the flint against the screw threads, and the sparks will fly off.
Yeah.
But it's not ideal.
I point to this ruined tower that we see over here. I say, "What's that over there? Do you reckon?"
Just the ruiny
Zelly,
things that
all you can see
the
is just
guy-
it's just a
probably one
pile
of
of
those.
rocks. There's a tree growing out of it. There is a lot of nettles.
You can explore it if
Probably
you
a
want.
couple of sheep, and that's pretty much it. It was a one time it was a magnificent signal like beacon, tower, but it is
Would
long since
Zelly,
been
would
wrecked.
Estelle know it was once upon a time?
No,
Or...
no. The information I've given you on the map, kind of like these dots on the maps, indicate where they are. I've explained to you their purposes.
Okay. I
But
want
you
to
don't
go and
know
have a
when they
quick
were
look over there
created,
anyway.
you don't know
Because
who controlled them, and you don't know what kind of general purpose. But that's the reason why they're in them particular places.
If he's going to explore, I'm going to follow him just to stick together at least.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
going to
you cross
split.
over the river. The river's very shallow. Yes, I mean when I say shallow, it's only like about 7 or 8 inches deep. It's very clear.
7 or 8 inches of my dress is now soaked.
can't you lift it up? Just
Well,
lift the bottom
yeah,
bit
but
up.
it's still going to be
Well,
some
yeah,
parts of it is going to be soaked.
but just lift it up.
So you cross
It's
the
just like 6 foot. You can lift that up and you'll be
very
fine.
shallow. Yes, when I say they are stepping
Well,
stones.
Your
my
There is
shoes will
feet
be
will,
wet.
yeah,
my shoes will be soaked.
yes,
Then.
there
Have
are
you rolled
areas
to
to
see if she
cross.
slides off the step?
The stepping stones. They're fairly dry. They're very flat. It's only about 6 inches. It's not like life-threatening. You're not
Roll
under
for
attack.
acrobatics.
Yeah, you're not under attack, and you're not running away from anybody. So you're literally hopping from one flat
Yeah, we can take our time and stuff.
table stone um,
Stepping stone.
stepping stone thing from one to the other. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm not going to make you roll for that kind of maneuver. You can do it much easier in a dress than you could in full plate armor. So
That's fine. I'm not in full plate armor.
yeah, I'm saying though, it's not like it's not a massive maneuver kind of
Let's,
thing.
let's try and make Theo fall in, shall we? Yeah. No.
No, it's not a massive problem. You arrive at the site of this overgrowing bramble bush.
Yeah, I just want to do like another.
Yep, go on, you can search
Both do
around.
perceptions.
Yeah, just another perception test. Let's roll for that then, shall we?
Yeah, let me just get my table up.
Why roll it this way? 42.
Well, I'll
You
roll
got...
that way then.
Oh. Well, take your 42.
Well, it was terrible.
No, it was
First one was
42.
42,
It's
but
42.
21 or so.
Stop rolling.
Come
You're
on,
gonna
stop rolling, you just get yourself killed.
see
Worse and worse.
9. So
No,
just
my
stick with
God.
your original
You're
roll
looking
of 42.
around. Yeah, it's just whatever the animals have left behind.
Okay.
Okay.
You trying, Zellie?
We're not having a good rolls today, are we?
I didn't even roll properly. I usually roll
Where's
10.
Oh, we got okay. Well, we got a 6. T.
60. There you go. Plus 17.
Plus
77.
17. You find a okay on one of the boulders.
Oh, okay.
Okay, on one of the boulders,
Mhm.
you notice that one of the mosses is blue, as opposed to being the natural green.
Ooh.
Okay.
One of the mosses that Zelly notices, just the way the clouds break and the sunlight catches it, is blue, whereas all the moss, or the majority of the moss in the area, is green.
So
Who
why
I
is
never
it
took.
blue?
Because it's a different moss.
Because that's the only thing you know. So, can Estelle show this to me, or does she keep it secret?
It's up to her.
Do you point out that there's a blue moss, or do you just keep it a secret?
Yeah, it's weird.
You go, oh look, it's weird.
yeah, it's weird.
Interesting. If I knew about all kinds of mosses, I would tell you what it is.
So can I go over to it? Can I use one of my spells and do Essence Way
Essence, we're on the moss.
On the moss.
as well as I'm going to sort my dog out?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Roll and add on your base spell.
Right, base spell. What is my base spell?
Your base spell for Lee is
Base spell.
base spell. It says 1
That's good enough, I think.
plus
Better
1
than minus. Right, I roll.
plus 1. Go.
Whoops.
You rolled it off the table, you nimpty.
That's fine.
That doesn't count.
It does. It's 41. It came down.
It's over 3. Yeah, go roll. Oh, that's even better.
That was Zeddy, not me.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
Oh crap.
32 plus 1's 33. It has some, yeah, you use essence ways. Yes?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, it's essence ways. You can detect that it has some medicinal purpose, but you don't know what.
Okay. Can I say we'll take some of that anyway? Because I believe it. I sense
Yeah.
medicine.
Sense
I sense
Do you
medicine.
have any containers, like maybe?
Can't you just stick it in your pocket?
What if it's poisonous?
That should be fine.
What if
Just
you
don't
get
ingest
rashes from it?
Look, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll grab a
Okay.
bit. I'll wrap it in like
If your hands turn blue, I'm not liable for it.
I'll cut a little bit of the sheet of the.
You literally just rip a piece off, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that and then just cover it in that and then just tie that onto the bag I've got on my back.
Okay, it's a blue moss. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put
that's
that
all.
in your
That's
inventory.
all that's round here,
Oh, yeah.
apart from like maybe 3 or 4 more sheep have turned up.
Blue.
You can kill their sheep for wool.
You're doing well at the minute. I mean, you
Yeah,
found
you-
yourself like a dirty rock and some blue
Battle
moss.
commence! Sheep!
And some blue moss. You're doing good, yeah.
No, the sheep would kill me. No, I'm good.
Okay?
Well, you know, we've worked out that there's something there that we could use eventually.
Yes, there's a blue moss.
It could be good for.
We're not sure what
like,
it does or what it's
yeah.
used for, but
We know it's used for medicine.
it
but
has
either good or
medicinal
bad.
purposes, but you don't know what for. What it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I ask Estelle, do you want to stay on this side of the river and go up, or do you want to cross over again?
Well, there is kind of like a pathway like this. Like that.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Like that.
Sort of
So I
line
guess
it.
we just keep following the river, but go on this side, and then find a
See if
way
that-
to cross it that way.
Cross it again.
Yeah.